Welcome back to Top Tier Sports. It's Thursday, so all know what that means. It's time for some NFL. But before we get into it, I just want to say Happy Independence Day, everyone. Go out there, enjoy your day off, because I know I will be, and be thankful for all of those out there that are helping to keep this country free so that we can celebrate and enjoy days like this each year. Now, with that being said, uh, this is the second week of the 8 weeks that we're going to do a division breakdown to pass the time kind of over summer and take us into preseason and then the real NFL season where we will have a lot more interesting things to talk about on a weekly basis here at Top Tier Sports for the NFL. But until then, last week we did the NFC East. So this week we're going to do its AFC counterpart, the AFC East. That's going to be the theme pretty much from here on out. One NFC division and then the same location of a division in the AFC. And of course, wanted to do the AFC this week not only because it's the AFC East counterpart, but because for the 4th of July, we're going to talk about America's team. Now, before a lot of you out there are going, Victor, you're a dumbass, the Cowboys are part of the NFC East and they're America's team. Yeah, no, they aren't. I mean, they may be called that, but truly, what America's team is the Patriots. And for those of you that know I'm a diehard Steelers fan, it actually killed me a little bit to say that on the inside. However, it's true. And here's why. Because over the past decade to two, that Brady and Belichick have been a dynamic duo in the NFL, America has bonded over the dynasty that is the Patriots through a hatred of the Patriots. Now, yes, I may be a little more biased and hate them a little more than most people, but let's not be modest. They have been a dynasty over the past 10 years, especially, and pretty much I don't see it stopping anytime soon. So while America can bond and keep hating the Patriots, hopefully, as much as I do, then in my eyes, they're going to be America's team because this brought at least the football world of this country together. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the rundown of each team in the division, starting with the worst moving up. And in the worst in the AFC East this year, I have the Miami Dolphins. Now, I know they got off to a hot start last year, and I also know that some other sites have the Dolphins as the worst team in the NFL for the upcoming season. I don't exactly think that's true. I'm not sure if they will be or if they won't. I'm not ready to say that without a doubt they'll be the worst in the NFL, but I do have them by far the worst in the AFC East. Ryan Tannehill is gone, and although they got a steal, in my opinion, on how much they paid to get Josh Rosen, first round pick as QB in the year prior from the Arizona Cardinals, I don't think he's going to bring them immediate success. He obviously still needs to develop a lot, and especially with now a second new team. It's basically a fresh start for him, but we'll see what he can do down in Miami. Kenyon Drake has always been someone who I believed could be very successful, but has been very hit or miss on proving my point so far. I'm not sure if he will stay the lead running back for this team if he cannot turn around and prove to be consistently good week in and week out for this team. And the receiving core, although it has some recognizable names, has no true stars, and the defense is still sloppy. I had the Dolphins with a losing record and not making playoffs. Third in the AFC East, the Buffalo Bills. Yes, Josh Allen's had some shining moments last year, and I expect him to continue to develop. I love that the kid lays it all on the line every single week, every single play, no matter what the circumstances. But as his coach, I would be afraid. We saw him take that hit when he dove just for a first down in a non-essential play format last year. So a lot of serious injuries happen when you're a QB and you take off with your legs. The receivers are not the brightest spot on this team, but could be interesting with the additions of John Brown and Cole Beasley. The running back position worries me a little bit as Shady McCoy is not getting any younger. I don't expect him to find a way to be healthy for the full season, so look for them to split carries more and try and keep him healthier. But LaShawn is not the back he used to be, but still can produce, so we'll see what plays can break out from that. Even the defense has some bright spots, but yeah, as a team, I don't see the Bills doing great things this year. I have them obviously under the Patriots, and this year, as you know by now, based off the rankings, under the Jets. I have them with a losing record and not making playoffs. Sorry, Bills Mafia. Second in the AFC East, as I just said, I have the New York Jets here. Now, this may be slightly bold because having the Jets here second in the division, because we all know that the Jets are really not great and haven't been over the past few seasons. We've seen the Dolphins and Bills kind of battle back and forth for that second spot. But I think this is a year that turns out all around between things that have happened on the Bills and the Dolphins, as well as the additions that the Jets have made. And through those additions, I pretty much am coming to the conclusion of Le'Veon Bell. Now, I think the divisional games will be why the Jets can get to this point, as long as they can take the ones away from the Dolphins and the Bills. We'll see if that can happen. And Le'Veon Bell can be that dynamic factor that helps them win those games when it seems like they don't have too much hope. Say what you want about the guy, about his attitude, his locker room problems, his substance abuse and misuse. But when the guy's on the field, he is incredible. He is truly a dynamic threat and a top 10 running back in the league, to be modest, even with sitting out all of last season. I expect that with the addition of him and the threat he poses to different defenses, Sam Darnold will have some more room to excel and make a few more plays that he wasn't able to before. Bell is going to be a safety net for him, so I think this will help him develop, as now he kind of has an out on each play for a little bit of a dump off, or at least somebody to keep in mind, like, hey, if I can get this guy the ball, he is going to do something great. I think as long as the defense is able to keep teams to less than 30 a game and not get blown out on that aspect, that the Jets will at least be in most games, and I think this is the year that they find a way to pull through in those games. However, that being said, I have them right around 500 on the year, just under, and still not making playoffs, which means that who I have as the winner of the AFC East is going to be none other than the New England Patriots. Is anyone surprised by this assessment? No. If any person out there on any sports website or show or of any sort is saying anything other than the Patriots for winning the AFC East, it's for one of three reasons. One, they don't follow the NFL. They don't know who the Patriots are or who the other teams are. Two, they're biased against the Patriots and they're letting that get in the way, whether they want to or not. As I said before, I'm a diehard Steelers fan. I can't stand the Patriots most of the time, but it doesn't mean I'm going to pick anybody else to come out of the AFC East. And three, they're trying to make some obscure prediction as just so if it happens in that 1 or 2% chance or less than that, then they look like a genius on whatever sports website they said it on, and they can make a name for themselves even though they themselves do not believe it's actually going to happen. At Top Tier Sports, we here are trying to give you the best info in our eyes, whether or as much as we think it will happen. So that's why I have the Patriots at the top. Yes, Gronkowski retired, so what? Did Brady or Belichick? I didn't think so. So when one of them isn't part of the best tag team dynasty for the past decade for the Patriots, then we'll talk about somebody else being top of this division. Up until that point, I don't even really see it happening. Thank you for tuning in to Top Tier Sports for our NFL analysis on this Independence Day. Make sure to like, comment, let me know who you think is going to win the division. If not the Patriots, we'll see. And let me know, more importantly, who you think will fall as second, third, and fourth, in what order of the remaining teams in that division. Make sure to smash that subscribe button and keep up to date with all your sports each week. Thanks.